Hey everyone. Today we're going to talk about your beliefs around time. So, this one when I first really started to look at time, it kind of like bended my mind to think about how I thought about time. So, as you're listening to this, I would really love for you to really get honest with yourself and think about how you think about time. So as I'm talking, just, really listen and dig into your true beliefs about time. You might have to dig a little deeper. Sometimes our beliefs, especially ones that hold us back, they're not conscious. So we want to make sure that, we're really thinking about it. And if you need to really think about it and feel like, oh, no, I got plenty of time, but I'm still not getting everything done, and I want you to pull out your journal or a piece of paper or your voice notes, whatever it is. And I want you to, just start talking, writing, whatever it is about time and how you feel about it. So we can all get stressed, right? And, we hear it all the time. Things like, I don't have enough time, or there's never enough time to get things done. Um, and, that's because we don't believe that there really is enough time to get things done. So, when there's not enough time to do all the things that you think that you need to get done, it can get really easy to get stressed, right? And it can be pretty overwhelming. So, you've probably felt that a lot while you were building your business. But what if we could shift your relationship with time? So you can start to tell yourself a brand new story and wouldn't have to feel stressed day in and day out. Amen, right? So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully, we're going to shift you out of the belief that time is your enemy, and I'm air quoting, and we'll work on making time your friend, or making it a non-starter. Like, it's more empowering beliefs into your story about time. So you see and you experience this thing we call time in a certain way. And how you experience time is the only way that it can ever show up for you. So just because you see time this way doesn't mean that it is this way. So what I want you to do is just describe your current relationship with time. Here's some things that I would say to myself. There's never enough of it. There's only so much of it. Time flies when you're having fun, which doesn't sound like a negative thing, right? But it's actually implying that it's slow when you're not having fun. So like time is dragging. Or like, will this day ever end because you're not having a great day, right? So what do you, and then the next question is, what do you say or complain about when it comes to time? I'm busy. We all know how I feel about busy work, right? I'm busy. I don't have time. I can't get it all done. So how does your relationship with time affect you? How are you reacting to that relationship? And how does it leave you feeling? These are all questions that I want you to answer in your own time, journal, notes, whatever it is. Are you saying things like, you feel stressed? I feel overwhelmed. You have to do it fast and it makes you tired before you even start. And then one of the ones that I say a lot, or used to say a lot, is, I feel like I have to get it all done before I'm out of time. Or like, there's only so much time in a day, which is true. There is only so much time in a day. But your relationship with time determines how you experience time. So like, time can't show up for you any other way than how you describe it. So if you're always saying that there is not enough time, then you're going to experience not enough time. So after you do your writing, your journaling, answer these questions, I want you to take a look at them and then answer this one. When you describe time, what does it get you off the hook for? Where do you avoid responsibility? You might have just gone, ugh, of like, or holy shit, I never thought of it that way, right? So, in the moment that you're saying, I'm busy, or I don't have enough time, or I can't get this finished, what are you actually avoiding? Where do you get to avoid responsibility when you say these things? Because when we complain or say that there isn't enough time, in those moments, we're actually avoiding responsibility. Because, you are the cause of your life, and you can also be the cause of time or your source of time. So there is a benefit in it for you if you look. And the benefit in that moment is that you get to avoid taking responsibility for your business or something in your life. You get to blame time for it, for whatever it is that you're avoiding. But you obviously can see that it's not serving you, right? There is a negative impact, a consequence that leaves you stressed and overwhelmed. So you probably would like to feel a different way. I know I did when I first really dug into time and then really started paying attention to the things that, I was saying, doing during the day, thinking about actually physically doing, like, oh, I'm scrolling on social media for 20 minutes and then wondering why I didn't get X done, you know? But our subconscious will play that loop, or it will actually direct us in the direction of, um, go scroll on social media for 20 minutes because you really don't want to do this thing because whatever, like there's always a deeper reason, and there's always something at the very core of why you're, I'm just going to keep using this example, scrolling on social media for 20 minutes and not doing whatever it is that you're avoiding, air quoting again. So, you may not have all the time in the world to do all the things that you want, but you do get to choose where you put your time, your energy, and your focus in any moment, right? Yeah. So, how do we change our time story? The biggest, most important piece of advice I can give you here is to be present. Time is actually an illusion. You can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it, and you can't hear it. And you actually need an external source to measure it. Whether that's where the sun is in the sky, where the moon is in the sky, where the stars are in the sky, a clock, your watch, your computer. You need something to tell you what time it is or how much time has passed, right? You have a sense of time, a feeling of how much time has passed, but that's it. So you can't actually see or experience the past, and the future is something that never comes, right? Because every second is literally our future. So all you really ever have is the present moment. So when you're angry or upset, you're probably focusing on something in the past because it's already happened. And you don't get angry about something that hasn't happened yet, right? You need to put your attention in the present. And this also comes right into, you know, managing your emotions. You can use this same exact tip to do that. Um, you know, here's another one. So, like when you're worried and you're anxious, your attention's usually in the future. Again, not in the present. Because, like, worried and anxious is usually about something that hasn't happened yet. Like the launch that you're going to do, the live video that you want to do, the email that you're going to send out, the offer you're going to make to all of your amazing audience, right? How are they going to? What if? Like all those things are like the worried and anxious. So, but when you get present to the present moment, this is when you can always choose to experience time any way you want. So then we can start to tell ourselves a new story about time. A story, something like, I have all the time that I need. There's always enough time, or I have the right amount of time to get the job done. Or I have all the time I need to get what I need to get done, right? This is what we're going to need to do. And you're going to start, you really want to start watching yourself and listening to yourself when you start to say or complain about time, because these are just disempowering stories that you're telling yourself. And when you keep repeating those same stories and those same phrases, the same things, your brain starts creating these neural pathways that says, this is true. This is true. This is what we believe. This is true. So now it's going to go out and look for evidence that that is true. So is that what you want to believe? Do you want to believe that you don't have enough time? Do you want to keep avoiding whatever it is that you are avoiding when you're saying that you're too busy? And you know, some of these things, like, it's not like you're saying, oh, I'm too busy, and you're avoiding something. Sometimes it's not something that you want to avoid, right? Like, I know when I first started my business, I was at my damn computer for 8 hours a day, right? Like, I would go to work because I had a corporate job. So work all day, come home, get on my computer to quote unquote work in my business, on my business, right? What was I avoiding? Family time. I was avoiding peace of mind. I was avoiding self-care. I was avoiding eating right. I was avoiding exercise. I was avoiding my mental capacity. Like, not things that I wanted to avoid, but I was, right? So what are you saying no to when you say yes to being busy or to thinking that you don't have enough time? But when you start to shift it and then you start to approach the obstacles that are coming up, or your current beliefs from this new mindset, from this new story, this new empowering story that you're now telling yourself, you're going to rise above the current circumstance. And you're like, ooh, obstacle? Nope, jump. You're just going to jump right over that obstacle and, you know, be like, yep, keep moving. And you just rise above the current circumstance. You empower yourself and you take a noticeable step to who you truly want to be. And that is how most successful entrepreneurs are thinking, how most successful people in their lives are thinking. What are you going to start telling yourself today about time that is going to benefit you, that is going to serve you, that is going to get you to where you really truly want to go? So I'd love to hear all of your thoughts, any questions that you have, um, anything. Give me all the dirt and all the good stuff. Tell me what you thought about this, and we will see you the next time.